Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 4, Lesson 4. So, what is a gospel? This week, we're going to be exploring narrative texts in the New Testament, Gospels. We're going to be exploring that question I asked you first. What is a gospel? Who are they directed to? How do we interpret them? How do we understand them? By the end of this week, you'll be able to research and define a gospel as a type of literature. You'll be able to interpret a parable from the Gospels, considering its, watch it, genre when interpreting. Sound familiar? Yeah, you're going to be using some of the elements that you gleaned from the previous week, last week rather, to talk about how do we use genre to interpret a parable from the Gospels. And then you're also going to propose a basic hermeneutic for interpreting narratives. This is going to be a very intriguing week. We're going to be able to engage deeply and be able to put some of the construct that we've gleaned from week 3 into action in interpreting scripture. So I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited to be able to engage with you guys. Before I go further, though, I do want to talk about some housekeeping notes. Now, I want to make sure that you guys are engaging with scholarly sources to substantiate the claims that you're proposing. In your previous essay assignments, your opinion is needed only if it can be substantiated by proven facts in the scriptures as well as scholarly sources. So we want to make sure that you're able to corroborate your claims with scholarly sources and or scripture. Scripture and or scholarly sources are essential. Now, this week, you're going to interpret a parable reflection for your first assignment. Your second assignment will be a gospel narrative paper, where after you've completed the readings for this week, you're going to present and defend an argument for why the Gospels are presented in narrative form. Now listen, in addition to an introduction with a thesis statement and a conclusion, you're going to include the following. Number 1, a summary of where these narratives come from using sources. Number 2, an argument for why narrative is an effective genre for introducing the person of Christ. Engaging with the sources. Now, when you engage with sources, don't let the sources speak for you. Use the sources to corroborate your arguments. I want to hear your voices. I don't want to hear Marshall's. I want to hear Marshall's voice only to substantiate your claims, or the other readings, or other readings that you identify that are scholarly sources. Number 3, you're going to provide an explanation for why 4 narratives are better than 1. Why do we have 4 gospels? Why are 4 narratives better than 1? This paper should be 2 to 3 pages in length, and I'm expecting you to engage deeply and critically with these. Now, in the discussion board post, this is going to be fascinating. I can't wait to see what you guys do. I can't wait to see how you use your creative and imaginative ideas to construct and imagine that you're responding to 2 of your friends, right? One who believes that healings have completely ceased, and cessationism, and another who believes in name it, claim it, healings for anyone who believes. Now, given that these are strongly opposite positions, how might you use the idea of genre, a construct from lesson 3, in order to moderate this discussion between 2 of your friends? Now, in other words, you're going to propose how genre provides some balance when approaching complex topics like this. And then after your response, you're going to react to at least 2 other students' responses. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys engage. Please engage graciously. Please use sound scriptural references to substantiate your moderation, as well as sources, scholarly sources, writers who have wrote on these subjects to help speak to your arguments. Now, don't use these arguments as a crutch. Don't use these sources as a crutch. Rather, use these sources. Allow these sources to flow in your thought processes. So it shouldn't be disjointed aspects of your argument. It shouldn't be entire paragraphs of quotes. Now, just use the sources to help corroborate your claims. Now, I've told you before that I'm setting aside some space for me to have a chance to talk with each and every one of you. So it's mandatory for this course that I have an opportunity to talk to each and every one of you. It will not last long. Just an opportunity for us to talk virtually, face to face, to talk about where you are in the class, talk about some of your professional goals, how I can help you get there, maybe even offer you some advice on how you can continually improve as an academic, as a budding scholar, as well as in ministry. So I created a forum I created a forum in the community post section. So I have a lot of times there. So please review and post a time slot that you are seeking to fill in, to have a face-to-face, a virtual face-to-face with me. And then email me your Google Hangout or your Skype username. I'll even do FaceTime. Actually, I prefer FaceTime if you have opportunity to do FaceTime. I am an Apple fanatic. But provide me with Google Hangout, Skype, or your FaceTime username, and then we'll connect during the designated time that we've provided. So check in that community post forum section and pick one of those available times. Actually respond on that post with the time that you have chosen so that no one else will take that time. But this week, I pray that you're engaged. I pray that you're excited about what we're talking about. I know that this knowledge, this information, this ability to critically engage with the content, with the scripture, with your colleagues will help you in your ministries as you grow and as you desire to become even more effective scriptural surgeons, scriptural clinicians, leaders and ministers of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Now, my prayer for you is that you dig in, that you are willing to be challenged, that you're willing to grow. Look, we are continually becoming into the image of God. So I want you to approach this as an opportunity to continually be formed, but also approach this with a sense of grace and respect. Show netiquette, what we call it. Show netiquette in the discussion board post. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I look forward to talking to you guys via Skype, FaceTime, or Google Hangout. And I also look forward to engaging with your posts. I should have the remainder of your papers graded for week two done sometime tonight. I apologize that it took me so long. So thank you so much. I look forward to engaging with you guys. Let me know how I can pray with you. Let me know if you have any questions. I can be reached at email, or you can post something in the community post section under questions. God bless you, and thank you for your time. See you in the discussion board forum. God bless you. Bye-bye.